Hi guys, Luxer here, coach on a couch another week. What a sporting filled weekend. As you can see me, I haven't changed since Saturday after that Springbok win there. Let's get straight into it. Domster,
Lucky Luxter.
Cheslin Colby. Just Cheslin Colby. If that guy is not IRB player of the year for the 15th game, I don't know what is. Don't tell me about that other French guy, the short one.
Listen, that other French guy didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
So International Player of the Year award, Cheslin,
Yeah.
Peter Steff,
Yes. Yeben.
and some Irish guy.
Cohen.
They gotta get somebody else involved there. Chris, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you for having me.
What do you say?
Not much.
I see you guys looking cute together, huh?
Well, thank you. I got a tan. Just got back from Cape Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was that?
Excellent.
These jerseys, is this like, do I get one also? Or is this, no?
Well, we have
Or
to
do they
get
have
you
a
on the
purpose?
boat.
Oh, okay.
So this
all right.
is the captain of the boat, Lucky.
Oh, the one that you wanted to drop. Oh,
Exposed.
he doesn't watch the show.
No.
Oh, okay, so he missed that part
I
of the
didn't
show.
tell him about
No, I
that
caught
week's
the
show.
roasting. I caught the roasting. I caught the
Okay.
roasting.
No. Lucky to have you on here. Chris, you catch the rugby on the weekend?
I did indeed. What
And?
a game. What a
do you
game.
think?
That was exciting. It's lovely to see. I was a little bit stressful in the start.
Yeah.
Going down. A little bit of a nail biter towards the end.
Yes.
But the boys came through.
Okay.
Was
Mani
it-
Lebok.
Mani Lebok, cross
Yes.
kicking, Cheslin Colby taking, stepping the whole back line and
Yeah.
scoring a try.
Jeez, it was a good performance. Huh?
Incredible.
You know the trouble is though, and I was having this conversation with somebody. We're so used to the Springboks now being so pinpoint, so on form that we have one knock on or the pass doesn't go well and we just lose our marbles.
Yes,
here,
Lucky.
South Africans.
England scored the first try.
Yes.
And I was watching the rugby at a mate's house, and he's like, that's the best thing for this game.
Yeah. Just
Just to give that cheers.
and you know, we would have taken a win by 1 point against England any day of
In
the week.
Twickenham, I
In-
mean.
at Twickenham.
Yeah.
Now we win by 9 points. I mean, I called 12 points last week, if you remember, on the show.
Yeah.
Now we win by 9 points and we think to ourselves, casual performance, should have done a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're getting to expect now. And the English are very lucky that Oxen Chair came off with half a knee.
But, I mean, let's be real. England were leading in the second half up until we decided to switch on the
We're just
burners.
giving them a chance so they can stop
My
singing.
sister was in the
swing
airport.
low,
She
what,
phoned
what.
me. She's like, are we panicking yet? I said, we're watching the Bokke. Do we panic?
Nah. So well done to the Boks. One more this weekend, Wales. Easy stuff there.
Yeah, not a big one. There was another big one.
France,
New Zealand.
What a test match.
Listen, the French do it properly. Eh? That stadium was beautiful. They turned off all the lights and just had a light on the haka.
Goosebump stuff.
Instead, we fly planes over while the hucker's going.
Yeah. And sing Sister Bettina.
Sing Sister Bettina. Yeah, so the French took that by 1 point.
Yeah. Now there's trouble shame in the New Zealand camp. I know.
Yeah,
My thoughts
kind
are
of
with it.
getting the feeling maybe some of the players are getting a bit old. They can't be trying to hold those guys for the next World Cup.
No.
But let them do their thing.
Carry on, guys. Carry on. We want a good weekend. Here. Bruh, the Proteas. Oh.
Jeez, Lucky.
Oh.
It was hard to watch, but it was so great to watch because what India did,
Unbelievable.
2 guys making a century. They set the score
At the boring, guys. You don't just go to the boring and just set
Lucky.
records. This is a boring. Huh?
I could not believe it. They set a target of 287, and then for us, we were on 444.
In the power play.
And thank God for Stubbs and maybe it was Miller. I can't really remember, but they at least kept the people in the stadium for 20 overs. So.
Yeah. Because at one stage, looked like, hey, guys, let's just call it. Let's just be home.
Yes.
Let's get home in time for the 7 o'clock news. I blame those 2 ladies that did that advert. I don't know if you saw, but it's a terrible advert. To the India series. You must watch it sometime. It's shocking. I blame those guys. But anyway, Proteas. Who do we play next? Pakistan, I think, is inbound next. But let's just get over that one. Luckily, the Springboks won and then made life a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, and Wanderers once again. What a big jaw.
I had so much FOMO, but I was marking scripts. I couldn't go.
Listen, before we move on from the rugby, there's one game I have to mention.
Yeah.
Argentina, Ireland. And Ireland had them by the shorts and curlies for the whole game. It was 22-0 at one point.
Yes.
Next thing, Ireland.
Those Pumas came.
The Pumas came back. They were within 3. There was 3 minutes left of the game. Penalty to the Pumas. for a 3-pointer to type the game, but there goes the prop and shoulder charges the 8th man in his head, reversal of the penalty.
That guy probably
I
walked
mean,
on.
Argentina, come on, surely you're not still doing this.
Come on, guys. Read the
Come
script. Yeah, Southern Hemisphere teams. Yeah. But again, I mean, Los Pumas these days are just playing some fantastic.
And that's why these small little composure things, surely we can iron that out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the game they're playing is epic. So
No, epic game here. Chris,
Speak to me.
what on earth is competitive bass fishing?
Sure. Well, bass fishing in general, I think has been adopted mostly as a hobby.
Yeah,
You know?
Dino is a hobby to hobby. He doesn't
Yeah.
compete. He participates.
for now,
An expensive hobby.
Okay.
But competitive bass fishing, it's growing a lot.
Right.
Historically, it's been dominated mainly by the same kind of people because there wasn't that much opportunity,
Okay.
But things are changing. Things are looking up. There's a lot of different competitions on the rise. So bank fishing competitions, small craft competitions, which is actually how we got into it. I've been fishing just as a hobby for most of my life. But only this year have we actually gotten involved in some comp fishing. So it's been good.
Is this the competition, that league thing that you were talking about?
this is the league that we're talking about.
When that Bailey didn't move his boat and beat all of you.
I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah.
At least he knows I listen when he talks about this fishing thing every week because we hear all about it. Okay, cool. So you're part of the
Bass Challenge.
the Bass Challenge.
Yeah, the Bass Challenge.
And with that Bass Challenge, how often does it come around?
So there's a comp once a month.
Right.
Generally, it's around the first Saturday of each month.
Okay.
Moves around the country. There's 8 different legs. And then at the end, there's a championship round. So you've got to get through the 8 legs. If you make the top 10 teams, then you make it into the championship.
So when was the last one?
Last one was last month. We fished Witbank Dam.
Okay, and the next one?
The next one is Middelburg on the 11th, which unfortunately I'm not here for.
So how do you get your boats there? Do you have to trap there? Do you hire something?
Pop it on the bakkie and pull. It sits on a trailer, lives on a
Yes.
trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, and you gooi, get there, launch the boat, and then you're ready to go.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I thought, hey man, sorry, can I just borrow yours? Quick. No,
But it has
nothing like that.
been a learning curve. So we
Yeah?
started the competition on an inflatable.
Yes.
When I was a lighty, small, my dad bought us an inflatable for going fishing in Delstrom and so on. And over the years, it sat in the shed for 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
And then I pulled it out one day and thought, shit, let me develop this. Let me build it, Let me make some flooring for it, seating. So kitted the whole thing out,
Okay.
put a little motor on the back.
That's actually how I got into the team, Lucky. So I knew Chris had the boat. So I was like, okay, either I'm going to have to catch a fish or
Gotta add value somewhere.
or I buy a motor.
Yeah. Okay.
Investors, possibly you.
So I bought a motor and all of a sudden I was the teammate.
Yeah. And that was the start of City Boys Boat Club.
So that was you. You bought your way into the team.
I bought my way into the team. I can proudly say it was the team's best investment. So
According to you.
that's correct.
All right. And whose idea was it for these t-shirts?
So we got sponsored these shirts from one of our boykies in the States.
Right.
And then he
Shout
said-
out, Rich.
Yeah, shout out, Richie. See
Thanks.
you next week. He brought these for us, for actually our whole team. The Highveld Strikers isn't just us two.
Okay.
Chris is the captain of the team, but the team is maybe 10, 12 members strong.
Yeah.
We do a lot of...
Do you all fit on that boat?
No.
Do you do it in sections?
Yeah, so the comp we fish in is two person or one person.
Okay.
And you can fish on anything from a kayak
Right.
to a kick tube, where you literally sit in it's a sort of 2 pontoons.
Is that thing at Zoo Lake that people go like this in?
No, not,
Oh.
but close.
Okay.
So you got 2 pontoons, and then remember that the chair you used to sit on in school?
Yes.
The plastic chair. That sits on top, and then you got fins on your feet, and you kick.
That sounds like a shit idea.
Yeah.
So this is actually the latest thing to bass fishing, because it's always been bank fishing or mega bass boat fishing, like you've seen
Bank
them.
fishing is literally you stand and kick.
Babgooi off the bank.
Okay.
Not
right.
Well, not babgooi, but you're fishing for bass. So then there was the American style of bass fishing where they have those big boats. You've seen that's probably what
Yeah.
you've seen. So now they've created this division, small craft.
Small craft, yeah.
So does that, because it's a small craft, that does allow you to go on dams like here in Amarentia, for example, where like a big boat you wouldn't be able to.
Yes.
Yeah, so the bigger boats have outboard motors, which are fuel-powered propeller motors, whereas our league, there's some requirements that you have to meet in order to be considered a small craft.
Okay.
So your boat has to be under 4.7 meters in length.
Right.
And you're not allowed to use an outboard motor, a petrol motor, any of those bigger motors. You have to use electric propulsion. Or like
Or
the
paddle.
paddlers, you paddle or kick.
I.e., you gotta be poor.
Yeah. Listen, if we were a bit richer, we would definitely be in another league.
You're not okay.
I mean-
All right. Okay.
I mean, listen, some of the boats in our league, you're looking at 65 grand just for the hull. Just for the hull. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's big
listen.
money in it. There's...
But then if you want a real boat, you're looking at $1 million. So you got to have somewhere for us to fit in.
What's
So
the prize money for this competition?
Well, each comp you're kind of looking, it's pretty small. I mean, the last comp we fished, the first place was 8 grand prize money.
Okay.
And then it goes down to, I think, 5 and then 3 for second and third, respectively. So it's not massive money. Each angler pays around, I think it's $300. But it's run really well. The
and
Umu
then,
runs
Lucky,
it.
you'll love to know this. These comps are feeders into provincial leagues.
Okay.
And then provincial leagues are feeders into national leagues. So you can get your Protea colors
For first fun.
for fist fun.
And for small crafts, in specifically like what we do.
No, it's quite big. I mean, at my school, like fist fun is a sport. Like, you know, we got guys there that at the dam every weekend they come back and they look like you guys who's 10 lines are there. So it's quite big. Angling in schools is growing massively. Like before, it used to be, I used to watch these guys in the field just casting, but now they actually do
On the
things. So
field?
it's growing. No. The
That's
sport
crazy.
is growing massively. What's in this box here? Tell us. Do you guys still put pup at the end of or is that just old school?
That's lazy fishing.
Oh.
This is active fishing. So bass fishing, you got to assess where you're fishing,
Yes.
how you're fishing it, and then what you're going to fish with. You don't just make the pup, put it on and gooi, and then sit and drink beer. So you got to look at your structures, your depth, your water temperatures, and try and figure out exactly what the fish are going to be after.
You can see this guy's a captain, Matthew. Dino just hoist
No,
and
he's a
sits there.
captain.
You can hear there's a
Lucky,
captain.
let me
Okay?
tell you, he's got a little screen on the front of the boat. It's telling you the depth of the water, if there's trees or if there's structure at the bottom of that water, how cold or hot the water is.
Bass-like structure, so that you'll look for those kind of spots.
And
then
it's
you
just
got
the
to
idea to get the biggest one, obviously.
That's the goal. So the way the comp works, as well as it's weighed in your biggest fish, you get a prize for biggest fish, and then you have to catch a minimum of 3 fish. They call that a bag.
Okay.
So bigger boat comps, you have a bag of 5 fish. This is a 3 fish bag, and then you get your total weight over those 3 fish
As individuals or your team?
as a team. Yeah. So for example, the comp you guys were talking about, where the guy sat right there by the edge.
Yeah.
Right. As the whistle blew, 7 o'clock, boom, he pulls out a 3.5 kilo. His total bag was 7.4 kilos. So
So now you
3
checked
fish
this
totals.
boat, put it on the trailer, told your missus goodbye for the weekend, went all the way there just to get beaten by a guy in the first 2 minutes.
The worst part is my missus was there with me watching me get beaten by this guy. She actually sent me a WhatsApp saying, there's a guy sitting right by the weigh station plucking big fish.
Oh,
So,
man.
Chris, I want to ask you, what makes fishing professional fishing? Because everybody does fishing or has fished.
Yes.
What makes it professional?
It's an interesting one, and I think it also speaks to what makes you a professional versus a hobbyist. And it literally comes down to, years of knowledge and experience. You'll have guys that are hobbyists that could outfish some of the best guys in the country, but they have no interest in competing.
Yes. So it's competition that turns it professional.
Yeah, excelling in certain levels of competition, then you go up to that stage.
Do you guys have like a national ranking?
Yeah, there's massive. I mean, there's a lot of structure. So one of my mates' dads, Craig Hill, he used to be heavily involved with SA bass fishing. He coached teams coming up from under 12s. His son Matthew fished in the provincial teams, and it's a very tight knit community in there. They all know each other. The names are all
imagine.
well known. But yeah, there's the top of the guys. There's guys representing South Africa recently in MLF, which is Major League Fishing. It was hosted in the States recently.
Major League Fishing.
Yep.
Jeez, I never thought I would be hearing that. Okay, yeah.
We had a couple of South African guys representing us there.
Ah.
Yeah. So they did really well.
Why bass? Sorry, dumb question. Why bass? Is it just the most common fish? Why are you not?
They predator fish. So they're game fish. So it's fun, The fight is very strong. It's much like tiger fish, where they're very strong fish. They fight aggressively, but they also hunt for their food. They don't just come across it, pick it up, and casually swim off. They actively seek to hunt their prey. So if you have a look, I've got a couple of lures in here I can show you that mimic.
What are they called? Lures.
Lures, yeah.
Are you allowed to use live bait, or must it be these plastic things?
With bass fishing, it's frowned upon.
To use live bait?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
Frowned upon, but you can do it.
You can, but it's like cheating. It's like clubbing seals. You know, it's like throwing dynamite in a barrel. So
That's one way to put it, okay, yeah?
So, for example, some guys, if they want their son to catch their first bass, they'll put a worm on a hook, throw it in the water, and you'll have a bass quite quickly.
Okay.
But the whole thing with bass is you're trying to look at the environment that you're fishing, what's naturally there, and then mimicking that to entice the fish to catch. So, for example,
what color blocking animal are you mimicking?
So here, for example, this is a swim bait. So as you can see, it's got a sort of a swimming motion. It's got a bill that pulls it down into the water. And then this is going to be mimicking a carp, for example. So you'd assume that there's sort of carp in that structure. We've got frogs, topwater frogs. So this is going to stay on the surface and you put it like that. I've actually got a video of us.
How much
of
is
me
one
catching
lure?
them. Sure. This puppy, this is a Berkeley slobber knocker. Very popular lure. You attach it here and it...
Say again? A Berkeley slobber knocker?
Yeah, Berkeley's the brand. Slobber knocker's the...
Slobber knocker.
Yeah, slobber knocker. So the gold, white and black
Yes.
works really well as a color in South Africa. Moves through the water like this, and then this shudders in the water, goes... creates vibrations, and the bass are attracted to that. So this is a really popular lure.
And what's the price of that guy?
$250.
$250 for that thing?
Yeah, I've watched Dino.
Bro, that thing looks like it came out of the Rosebank market, at the flea market there.
I've watched Dino strip down to his jocks.
To go fetch it?
Swim out to go and fetch his favorite lure because he didn't want to lose it and it cost him an arm and a leg.
Gee, well, so you've got a bag right here.
Yeah. And then the funniest part is, like we say, you can cast this for the first time and get stuck on a tree underwater, and that's it.
Lucky
She's
that
gone.
was me. Brand new lure. Next thing you know, you're in your onis swimming across the dam.
Actually, this last competition we fished up, I threw this. So this is a spinnerbait. We call it the khakis. And I threw this over and it got wrapped around a pole. There I am having to undress.
I had to park the boat into a nookie,
Park the
climbed
boat,
off the
jump
boat,
off, take
he
a
ran
run.
around. I was like, yeah, that's not a $50 lure, obviously.
In my jocks rock climbing.
Jeez, guys. All this to catch Vicky first farm.
Yeah, so these are obviously, there's a variety of like your hard baits. This is a crankbait, dives down to a certain distance underwater. A couple of, this is like an 8 foot.
That's your monitor thing now when you're checking how deep it is.
And then it'll stay at about 8 foot. And you fish it quite quickly.
So what is your go-to lure? What is
I'm
the
a-
first thing you would go to if you need to catch your first fish?
I'm a soft bait guy. I've grown up fishing soft baits.
Okay.
So on this side of the treasure chest is the soft bait side. So my favorite of all the soft baits is your Zoom speed crawl. So that's your guy there. You can have a little feel. That's my go-to. If I need to catch a fish, I'm throwing
This is
that
the
on.
guy.
That's the guy. Because it's nice about that, you can fish it on the surface, you can fish it down low, you can fish it wherever you want. Actually, I've got a video of me catching a little bass on this guy, speed crawl. Secondly, I'd probably go fluke.
Yeah.
You know the floozy?
that's
Dino's
my
favorite.
go-to.
So this is the kind of size that I use in the flukes, but this is the kind of size that Dino uses in the flukes.
I use the tiny little guy. But on that note, let's have a bomb squad challenge.
Sure.
All right, Chris. I told you if we're going to beat Dr. Rick Diesel's time, we're going to need a fisherman to drink a beer for us.
I was going to say, you guys spend a lot of time on the water. So if there's any guy that should be able to
Listen,
down a beer,
he went to university at Stellenbosch, so
tick. He's a fisherman.
tick. He plays golf.
Tick.
Tick.
Okay.
And he just came back from Cape Town.
Okay.
Tick.
All right. Please explain the rules there. Go ahead. Go for it,
All right.
Chris.
In the meantime, pour yourself a drink. We'll have a casual chat while you do that.
It's a boy.
I've seen Chris down a beer before, so I'm pretty confident with the man.
Oh, are you? Okay. What are you calling?
Lucky, I'm looking at the top, eh?
You're going to beat Rick.
I think he's going to do sub 4, so let's see. It's going to be really tight.
I can't squash this one, can I?
No. So this guy's got a crazy trick. I wish we could actually get him to do it. He takes this beer can like this, and while he's downing it, he squashes the can. And he like
Why?
pushes it into his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, guys, just don't.
Listen,
do
while
strange
he's
things.
pouring that, Lucky, have a look at our boy Chris. This is his. Yeah, don't worry. Give yourself some time, bro.
Great start.
No, this is on video as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dad.
So this is Chris's personal best.
Oh, yeah?
This is the best.
Yeah.
This is a best.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see that whole front is its mouth. So you're going to see what the fish that you normally see are carp and barbel, where their mouth is at the bottom and they're used to just eating things off the floor. These guys are predators, so they're attacking things. And they got this huge bucket mouth where they suck their prey in.
So is that what makes it a little bit more difficult to catch?
So this is a largemouth bass.
Yeah, that was my PB caught in Stellenbosch. That was a 3.1 kilo. Only time I've actually broken the 3 kilo mark, and that's like quite a.
Is that quite a thing?
It's a momentous occasion, yeah.
When was that, about 20 years ago?
Well, judging by the pixels on this picture, was shot by Blackberry back in 2008.
The only difference now is the fish are smaller, but he's bigger.
Okay.
And your PB, Dino?
Oh,
Tell us.
so
Tell
yeah,
us about
we
your
have a
PB.
beautiful boat.
I've seen this distraction technique before.
Yes, tell us, Dino.
Yeah, it was a lovely time. Like, it was beautiful weather.
Sportsmanship for the winner.
Yeah, no, just to let you know how impressive this is, my personal best is only 2.5 kilos. So, okay, I can't lie in front of my captain.
Try and cut that number
wanna
in
try
half.
again?
Try and cut the number in
Cut
half.
that
and
number in half. It's a 1.2.
minus a bit.
But I'm sure it was bigger than that. But anyway, this is my dream.
To get a 3 kilogram winner.
kilogram bass.
That's the goal.
Okay.
So-
Doesn't the pool like double that in the States?
Yeah, I mean, the SA record, I think, is in the 6 kilo mark. The SA record.
For this thing.
Yeah.
Gee, what's
But you must also understand this bass fishing as a sport in America has been around for so long, and it is massive.
Yeah.
They have full warehouses, Bass Pro warehouse.
Oh, God.
You can go and get lost in there, Lucky. It is
Really?
just for bass fishing. These guys have been doing it for so long. There's oaks breeding these fish, farming them, getting their dams like
I was going to say, because the other part of this is the breeding of the bass, because are they just bass lying around? No. Or do you
So-
have farms, fish farms?
bass fish are not native to SA.
Okay.
So already they pull in here and they take over. So it's not the most difficult fish to farm and get into your
Oh.
Yeah, they are
into your
dominant
ponds.
species. So, like, if you introduce a species to an environment, they generally dominate that environment.
Okay.
Yeah, they are the predators of the environment.
Oh. Tell me about this video, Chris.
Is it?
So you hoid and then immediately caught?
Nice fish. Yes. Nice. Oh, it's pretty
So
small,
this is
but it's
still on the
nice.
inflatable boat.
Yeah, you can
it
net
net-worthy?
it. Yeah, net that shit.
So this is a Dino-sized fish. Okay, that's the dumpster.
But listen, Lucky, even a small fish makes you happy, eh?
I called the surface action though.
Yeah, bro.
Shot boy. Shot boy.
Fish when you gotta use the net, right? You know it's a big fish when you gotta use the net, right?
Yes,
So
it's
that
not one.
was the top water frog. So top water, the frog lands on the top of the water and you
And
mimic
then
the frog the whole way through.
Okay.
Which is, it's the most fun form of the sport to do because you get to watch this big action happen.
What's the longest you've been out on the boat in the river?
Ooh, this competition fishing is wild. So now we tee off at 7. We go on the water at 7, and then you get off the water at 4. Generally, you come off for a bit to have lunch, but this last one we
Oh,
huck
so you
fast.
are
and-
able to get off.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, what if you need to, what do you call it?
Well, Lucky, that
Go to the
guy,
little boy's room.
that
Yes.
guy that we were talking about,
Or do you just dunuza other side? No.
I've dropped someone off on the side of the dam before.
Okay.
Oh, that you dropped the kids off to play there on the
Yeah,
side of the
just
dam.
drop the kids off at the pool, huh?
Well, it wasn't me that dropped the kids off. I took my fishing partner to drop him off on the side so he could go and take the kids to school.
I'm going to join you guys. I'm going to join
But
you
like
guys one
these
day.
guys are
Yeah.
serious. So Chris was telling about his mate's dad, who's the professional, and
Yeah?
he actually went for a meeting with him before our comp. That's why he's captain. But he
Okay.
goes for meeting. The guy pulls up Google Earth of the dam that we're fishing on. He's
To see where
already
the
marked.
spots-
He's already marked his spots, and that's like secret intel. And he gave it to Chris.
Sure. So cheating, but not cheating.
Yes. All right, Chris, are you done pouring that cake?
It's been taking a while. It's taken a while.
Let's give him some space here. All right.
Okay, back of house, you got a timer for us.
Got the time there?
All right, Chris, this is your moment. What happens
I've been
is
training.
you've been training. What happens is I just blow and then you start.
All right.
Okay. Let's get the timer up here.
Excited to try this bomb squad actually.
Give it a go. Give it a go. You won't regret it.
Crouch, touch. Pause.
Ready?
All right.
Time to beat 397.
397. We're looking for a sub 4.
Let's do it. Let's
Okay,
do our best.
You can get it ready and let me know. Give me a little look. Come on! Come on! We need an official time on that. Oh my God. Capitano.
I saw 3-8 something.
I saw a 3-8 something also there.
Matthew?
384.
Yes!
8-4.
Yes!
Okay.
I knew it. I knew bringing a fisherman here would do the trick.
There was a little bit of.
There
I
was
was
a
about
small,
to say, there was a bit of spillies there. We could probably add
There was a s-
0.2
there was a
seconds
small
there.
bit of leakage.
Small
towards the end.
leak, man.
You know, when a boat has a small leak, it tends to sink.
We'll let the audience decide on that one, but I think it's good. Put him on the wood, Lucky.
So we got a new one in the wood, huh?
I say.
Sheesh.
Gonna be first.
Rick is going to be
It's
first.
probably warming up right now, ready to come back onto the show. How do you spell your surname, Chris?
VEY, sir.
Complicated than that.
And we got 3.
8-7. Sheesh.
Look at that.
Got off to a little bit of slow start even.
Yeah, I was like, oopsie.
10 splits faster than that.
That is impressive. Okay.
Yeah, he was like the Springboks. It was a slow start, but a solid finish, huh?
And then you need to push hard.
Yeah, no, you need to push hard.
That's it.
Lekker, man. That's, okay. How was that beer? Went very
Delicious.
quickly, but otherwise?
Fruity.
Good. Fruity.
Yeah.
Next competition, guys. When are you on the water?
11th of December.
Yeah?
We might have to send in a sub team for that because we do have a dear friend's wedding.
Okay.
That's
But it's
gonna
important
be,
that you go, otherwise you lose your spot.
Yes and no. So you have to fish 70% of the comps.
Okay.
But
Right.
you get attendance points. There's like a scoring system. You get attendance points and all that jazz. So missing a comp puts you down the ladder quite a lot.
Okay, so that's the next competition. And when's your next social? I want to come and try this thing out here.
So, Lucky, I think we're going to have to put a date together where we all go to Emarentia
Yeah.
and teach you a bit of professional fishing.
I'm not afraid. Let me know. Let me know.
100%.
Let me know.
Every
Don't-
boat does need a cooler box, eh?
Yeah.
And a bigger boat. Frankie's going to be there.
Gee, thanks, man. Sounds like you're ready
The one
for
with the red sails.
Actual boats.
it. Gee, what's plans of the week, Dongsa? Are you on the golf course yet?
Not yet, Lucky. You can see I'm wearing 2 shoes. Yeah.
I saw you there on Instagram pretending to do calf raises, but there was 4 calves there in that video.
Pretty
Yeah,
impressive for how long the foot's been in the boot, though. Hey.
Yes, no, he's been doing some solid work in there.
Oh, listen, I won't tell my doctors about me taking off the boot to drive the boat and the tournament. But,
Yeah, no. So don't watch, Doc.
But this weekend, no. It's this past weekend that was crazy. Lucky we had the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson soapy because that wasn't a fight.
That wasn't a fight.
But cool to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Then we had John Jones winning the heavyweight.
And then that other guy
title.
retired. I saw him. Did you see when they interviewed him? Yeah, he was okay. Yeah, he can fight a
Nah,
bit.
that guy was tired, but you know he was so hard that he put on a fight for 3 rounds. So it
Yes.
was amazing.
He just had to hang in there, literally.
But all it did was show me that John Jones still has it. He's not anywhere near retiring. Let him now forget about all the belts and let him do some big money fights.
Sure. And there were haters.
There were big haters.
I'm not going to lie. I was one of them. I thought he was done.
Yeah.
No,
He
proved-
fought
So
like a
he,
beast, though.
and it was too easy for him. I
Too
mean,
easy.
he even did the Donald Trump dance
the
once
end.
he won. So I think what he should do is say, cool, thanks, I've done all the title things. Now I'm going to do cool shit. The BMF belt, fight Pereira. Let's get something crazy going.
yeah.
Do you don't think Aspinall... I mean,
I have no clue what you guys are talking about. Who's Aspinall?
Aspinall's the interim title belt holder, and he's calling out John Jones, but this guy's a beast.
he's
and,
up and coming youngster,
and he's young,
but
and
he's
he's big, and he's
proper
British,
beast.
and he's the man.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Then who do we play this week? Wales.
We play Wales. I mean, I think this is a great time to get into the depth of our team.
Yeah, let's get into the
Let
depth.
the boys play some. Oh, did you see Sasha Feinberg Gomazulu? Am I saying that?
Breakthrough player
Breakthrough player of
nominated.
the year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nominated. So
Hopefully he gets one in there because I think it happens right after. It happens this
I
weekend.
think it
The
happens
awards.
this
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, so after the thing, so it'll be good to get 3 from 3. Good luck to the box there. Good luck to all the nominees as well. They'll be nominated
And
for the
then
various awards. Let's
I hope
stack
to
it.
see you in a swimming pool this weekend, Lucky.
Our game was cancelled because of the 947 race. So hopefully this weekend, yeah. So we're at the Water Polo Club. We're on this weekend, lads. If the weather holds, so hopefully it'll be good. Chris, good luck to you and the Highveld Strikers. That's your team, eh? I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
visit these guys sometime and
That's
just see
it.
what this thing is about. Please take this. The very expensive thing. There you are.
Sir?
You go back there. I still can't believe how much that stuff costs. Guys, that's us for the week, huh? A little bit more easier, like you said, sporting-wise than it was last week. Last week was just end-to-end. End-to-end. Like, it killed me this week.
Listen, Boca versus Wales, it's another excuse for us to celebrate. So
Always. As you can see, I'm probably going to stay the whole week like this. Like this here. Folks, that's us for the week. Have a good one. Good luck to the Springboks again. Let's just get stuck in there, boys. From our couch,
to yours.
see you next week.
Is that better?
Much better.